Have you ever had a great conversation with a female, only to be left perplexed by the stillness that ensued? You are not alone if you are nodding your head in agreement. Women might give confusing signals at times, and it's easy to misinterpret them. You run the risk of taking your relationship in an entirely unintended route if you fail to recognize these indications. It's critical to keep in mind that these ambiguous statements could signify various things. These kinds of messages can make even the most self-assured people feel uneasy. Upon completion of this movie, you'll possess the essential tactics to proficiently address the contradictory cues she conveys. 9. Maintain composure and avoid drawing hasty judgments. It is hard to fully understand what is going through someone else's mind, so even though you could find yourself attempting to interpret every glance, every message, and every tone of her voice, remember this. Recall that mixed messages frequently stem from uncertainty, hers as much as yours. She may be working through issues you are unaware of or figuring out how she feels. Although the desire to solve the puzzle is understandable, overanalyzing and drawing conclusions, especially unfavorable ones, won't help and could possibly damage the connection. Thus, inhale and give it some time. Time has a way of revealing the reality, dispelling illusions, and pointing you in the right direction. 8th tip, don't react to it negatively. The secret is to remain calm in the face of conflicting signals. Refrain from acting differently or making excessive attempts to win her over. She shouldn't even be aware that her conflicting messages are having an impact on you. You don't want to come out as needy when you ask questions like, "Is something bothering you?" or ask other similar inquiries. It's crucial to keep in mind that responding hastily to conflicting cues can backfire. Why? For mixed signals are precisely that, mixed. They frequently don't send a clear message and can be confusing. Hastily responding could cause you to misunderstand her intentions, which would only make everything more complicated. Perhaps it's just a bad day for her, or maybe she's not sure how she feels, and your overreaction might put undue strain on her. 7th, boost allure. This is not the time to start acting needy or clinging when you are receiving conflicting messages. Rather, here's your chance to rekindle that romantic ember. However, how do you go about doing this? It's about reviving that flirtatious vibe, adding a little lighthearted banter, or taking your interactions further than lighthearted small talk. Think about how your encounters are going. Have they been overly solitary? If so, now might be the perfect time to sprinkle in a little romance or lighthearted humor. It all comes down to striking a balance between expressing your curiosity and preserving your individuality. 6th, give them some room. Finding equilibrium is crucial when negotiating the perilous waters of conflicting signals. In order to avoid chilling things down completely, you don't want to respond too aggressively, but you also don't want to instill a sense of mild uneasiness. It's important to gently remind her that your interest is something that shouldn't be taken for granted without resorting to gamesmanship or manipulation. To be clear, this isn't about trying too hard or being distant to the point where it ruins the potential relationship. It's more important to convey that you respect your time and yourself. You thus sow the tiny germ of uncertainty regarding her relationship status with you. This is to provide a positive message that, even though you are attracted, you are a person with choices and self-respect, not to make her feel nervous or insecure. This method is based on the notion that no one, especially in the beginning of a relationship, should feel unduly confident or at ease. The relationship takes on a new dimension when a woman learns she has the ability to leave you if you treat her badly. Recall that sometimes a little distance can strengthen the bond. Tip number 5, use caution. Mirroring her behavior might sometimes be a wise decision when you are getting confusing signals. Showing that you are not easily influenced or thrown off by inconsistent behavior is more important here than just playing games for fun. If she seems to be vacillating between being kind and aloof, you should think about giving a thoughtful response. Try not to hang on to her looks, for instance, if they are inquisitive and seem to be begging for your attention. Allow them to go, and wait to answer her when she does, if there is a pause between you. The goal of this strategy is to show that you are not powerless over her mood swings, not to be petty. Although it's not a foolproof plan, this tactic has its uses. it makes it very evident that you should never be taken for granted. There are two possible results from this. This might be the push she needs to start acting more consistently if she is truly interested. However, this could be the point at which your paths split if she isn't genuinely interested in you. In either case, you get clearer. You'll be aware of your position, which in the erratic world of dating can occasionally be the most crucial factor. Fourth tip, use your nervousness to boost your output. When conflicting messages begin to make you anxious, it's important to focus your energies on something constructive and beneficial. Whether it's tackling your work or studies with fresh vigor, working out at the gym to release endorphins, catching up with pals, or finally starting that series everyone has been raving about. Taking part in these activities keeps you happy and mentally healthy, in addition to providing you with a distraction from the waiting game. You are investing in yourself as well as diverting your attention from the uncertainty when you prioritize self-care and personal development. Step 3. Assume the initiative. When she gives conflicting signals, it's sometimes preferable to assume command of the issue with confidence. If she is sincere in her interest in you, taking the initiative to move things along can be just what she has been waiting for. She has the chance to walk by you as you take these steps to develop the connection. But if she's the kind of person who likes to flirt lightly with no real intentions, your bold move will probably lead to a more candid discussion about her position. This is important because it provides understanding. Regardless of her decision to keep up with you or slow down, you will have a deeper comprehension of her perspective. By using this tactic, you'll be able to discern the real nature of her goals and interests and decide what action to do next. Secondly, look for insights. Women are known to confide most of their thoughts and emotions to their friends. Thus, if you are getting conflicting messages from someone you are interested in, a little friendly research can help clarify the issue. In order to obtain some perspective, these relationships, if you and her are common friends, can be quite helpful. They may be able to shed light on her thoughts and emotions that you are not aware of. If you don't share any friends, you still have the opportunity to find out more from a member of her social circle that you have already met. But proceed with caution. Talking to one of her acquaintances that you don't know well could backfire because they could ask her the same questions you are asking. The secret is to treat the situation with tact and deference. By having these discussions, you are not only learning more about her, but also demonstrating your initiative and sincere desire to learn more about her. This can provide you important hints about her position and the true meaning of her ambiguous messages. Keep in mind that the purpose of these exchanges is to better comprehend, not to pry or spread rumors, so proceed with caution and consideration at all times. First thing first, discuss it. The guessing game can only be played so much at one point. It may be time for a direct talk if you find yourself attempting to understand her words and actions for more than 30 minutes each day. This can be as simple as having an honest conversation rather than a heated or theatrical exchange. Approach her with a composed, unclouded mind. Say that you've come to a point in your life where you need clarity. It's critical to inquire directly about your respective positions. The moment is not right for evasive remarks, such as I care about you. You are searching for conclusive responses. Do you both think of this as an exclusive partnership? Is it inappropriate to see other people? You probably aren't in an exclusive relationship if these inquiries aren't satisfactorily answered. Seeking transparency and ensuring that you both understand the situation at hand are the goals of this conversation. It's a step toward determining how to proceed and improving mutual understanding. In summary, handling conflicting cues in a relationship requires not just adjusting to the circumstances at hand, but also exhibiting self-respect and establishing the tone for any future exchanges. Recall that the course and caliber of your romantic adventure can be greatly influenced by how you react to conflicting signals. If you've made it this far, please confirm that you've learned everything there is to know by leaving a remark below that says 100%. Make sure to watch the suggested video that is now displayed on the screen for more fascinating subjects. I appreciate you seeing